certainly it sends the signal that Israel reaches deep inside Hezbollah as an organization. And also, we don't yet know who was wounded and injured yesterday. But if dozens or hundreds of key Hezbollah operatives were, that would set them back operatively, right?
What could be the wider significance of this then? I mean, could this lead to a wider confrontation?
Of course, there is an increased chance now, increased more than recent weeks, that there will be a war between Israel and Hezbollah. And that is not a trivial matter. Hezbollah is a very well armed and trained organization, and there will be deaths and injuries on both sides if it happens. Uh, I think it's still an open question about what happened yet, whether what happened yesterday was an attempt to fend that off or the first step in that move. I think it's not clear, to be honest.
Hmm. And so, in that, the US position, very clear in saying that that the US did not have knowledge of this prior to the event. What's the reading on what the Biden administration's stance might be now?
Well, I would take with a certain degree of skepticism the claim that they knew nothing about it before. Okay, I don't know for sure that they did, but don't forget that Amos Hochstein, the top U.S. official, was here the day before talking about Lebanon with the Israelis. But it's useful, of course, for the Americans to distance themselves from what happened. And clearly, and to be fair, even the Israeli goal is to get Hezbollah away from the border, out of close firing range from its border communities. And they've said repeatedly a diplomatic solution would be fine with us, but these guys need to move back uh, at least 10 kilometers from the border so that our people can move back to their homes. That's still coming together. We're talking to a lot of people, and of course, other media are as well. It looks almost certain that the Israelis, through Mossad or 8200, one of their major intelligence organizations, got into the distribution or manufacturing chain of these pagers and installed small amounts of explosives in each pager, as well as a trigger inside that worked so that once a message was sent, the message was the trigger that exploded those little devices. So that's increasingly the view of what happened, but the specific details, whether it was a knockoff of this Taiwanese company, are still emerging.